My name is Molly Forgy, and the lesson module or lesson model for this module is explicit phonics. The lesson plan title is Reading and Writing CCVC words. The Iowa core standards that this lesson meets is demonstrating understanding of spoken words, syllables, and sounds, and knowing and applying grade level phonics and word analysis skills and decoding words. The objective is the ability to blend consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, or CCVC words, and the ability to spell CCVC words. The grade level for this lesson is kindergarten. The prerequisites is the ability to use the Say It and Move It board, which is something that they would have previously done in the lesson. Sound letter correspondence, sounds spelling correspondence, reading and writing consonant vowel consonant or CVC words, and introduce sounds spellings of the sounds of A, B, K and C, F, G, L, M, N, P, R, S, and T. The materials that you need for this lesson are the Say It and Move It boards, letter tiles that consist of A, F, L, M, P, S, and T. You would need one set per student. Decodable text, dry erase boards, one per student. For my lesson, we'll just be using sheets of scratch paper and then dry erase markers for the dry erase boards. But again, for this lesson, we will just be using markers. The suggested schedule and group size. The schedule will be starting with sounding out and blending, and we'll start with explicit instruction, go to small group practice, which I only have one practice student, so it will look the same as individual practice, but in a small group setting, it would be differentiated. Automaticity, and that would again include explicit instruction, small group practice, and then individual practice. And then sounding out to spell the words, and this is kind of a joint model, so the explicit instruction and small group practice happens at the same time. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to sound out and spell more words. But before we learn some new words, we are going to review the words that we already have learned how to do this with. We're going to play a round of Say It and Move It. So the first word that we are going to do together is the word fat. What is the word?
Fat.
Very good. Now we're going to say the word and move it. The first sound in the word fat is. What is the first sound in the word fat? Very good. And what is the letter that stands for the sound
F?
Yes. Can you point to the letter F for me? Very good. Now we are going to move the letter F, which stands for the sound, down to our line so that we can read it. Where do we start our words?
On the left.
Very good. Can you please move the letter F down? The second sound in the word fat is ah. What is the second sound?
Ah.
Very good. And the letter, what is the letter that stands for ah?
A.
Very good. Can you point to the letter A? Very good. And where do we need to pull that down to? Yes, we pull it next to the letter F. And the last sound in the word fat is T. What is the last sound in the letter in this word fat? Very good. And what letter stands for the sound T?
T.
Very good. And where that is our letter T, and where would we move that? Okay. Now we are going to say the sounds in the word fat. So listen to me first, and then we will say it together. At. At. Now we're going to say the whole word. Fat. Very good. Okay, we are going to practice one more word. So the next word that we are going to practice is the word lap. What is the word?
Lap.
Very good. So the first sound in the word lap is L. What is the first sound?
Ooh.
Yes. And what letter stands for the sound L?
L.
L. Very good. And where do we need to pull that down to? Yes, we start our words at the left. The second sound in the word lap is ah. What is the second sound? Very good. And what letter stands for the sound ah?
A.
Very good. Now where would we pull that? Yes. And the last sound in the word lap is P. What is the last sound? And what letter stands for the sound P?
P.
P. Very good. And where would we pull that? Yes. So you can see that our word is moving this way. So first, let's just say the sounds. L, A, P. Now we're going to say the whole word. Lap. Very good. Okay. It is now time to learn how to sound and spell out some new words. So I am going to show you how to do this with 2 words. So what you are going to do at this time is watch me as I blend this word. So I am going to say the sounds in this word. I'm going to keep saying the letter sound until I move my finger to the next. So, I'm going to do it one more time. And now I'm going to read the word. Slam. I am going to do another word for you. And then we are going to practice. I'm going to blend this word now. I'm going to blend it again. Now I'm going to read it. Trap. Okay, now we are going to work on sounding out 2 words together. So we are going to do the same thing that I just showed you, except this time you're going to say it with me. So we're going to start with this word. Let's try it one more time. And now we're going to read it. Flap. Very good. Now we're going to try it with this word. At. At. Now we're going to read it. Flat. Very good. Okay, so now we are going to have you as a, we're going to have you individually practice sounding out and blending these words. So we're going to do one more as a small group just to really get used to it, and then I'm going to have you guys practice 3 of them on your own. So let's do this word together, and then all that I'm going to do with this one, the next 2 are move the fingers. Okay, here we go. Ooh, and ooh, and let's read it. Plan. Very good. Okay, again, I am just going to move my finger, and you are going to do the blending. Here we go.
Egg.
Listen to how I do the blending. Don't stop in between the letters. So we're going to go leg.
Leg.
Very good. One more time.
Leg.
Okay, and now we're going to read it.
Leg.
Very good. Try one more.
Grab.
Grab.
Grab. Grab.
Okay, let's read it.
Grab.
Very good. And this time I want you to move your finger with it. So what's the first thing that we're going to do?
Start on the left.
And we're going to sound out each letter.
App.
Good.
App. Clap.
Very good. Okay, so now that we have learned how to sound out and blend our words, we are going to work on just reading the whole word. So when we're reading a sentence, we don't want to have to sound out each letter out loud. All that we want to say out loud is the whole word. So that's what we're going to practice right now. So the first thing is I'm going to show you how to do this. And then we're going to do it together, and then you are going to do it. So I'm going to start with these 2 words, and all that you need to do is follow along with how I am doing this. So, trap. Now I'm going to do this one. Plan. So what I'm doing is I'm just saying them very quietly, maybe just even in my head, and then I'm going to say the whole word out loud. So let's practice some together. Let's start with this one. I'm going to move my finger, and when I do that, I want you to start saying the sounds silently, and I'm going to say them as well. And then we're going to do that twice, and then we're going to read it out loud together. Okay? Snap. Very good. Here we go. Flat. Very good. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do is I am going to point to one of these words, and I want you to show me how you are sounding the letters out in your head, and then you're going to show me how you're going to read them out loud. So I'm just going to point to a word, and then we're going to do all of them on the page, but let's start with this one.
Clap.
Very good.
Slam.
Very good.
Grab.
Very good.
Flop.
Let's look at that one again.
Flap.
Very good.
Brat. Slap.
Very good. Okay, so the last thing that we are going to do today is we're going to practice spelling some of the words that we have sounded out today. So the first word that we're going to use is the word slam. If you slam the door too hard, the windows will rattle. What is the word?
Slam.
Slam. Good. Now we are going to say each sound in the word slam. We're going to hold up our fingers for each sound that there is so that we can see how many sounds are in the word slam. So let's say the sounds together. S, L, and How many fingers are we holding on?
4.
Yes, there are 4 sounds in the word slam. So let's say the sounds in the word slam, and then we're going to find the letter that stands for those sounds, and then we can spell it. So the first sound in the word slam is S. And what letter stands for the sound S?
S.
Very good. And where would we put an S on our paper?
At the beginning on the left.
On the left. Yep. Okay. The second sound in the word slam is L. What is the second sound? L. Very good. And what letter stands for the sound L?
L.
L. Okay, we need to write an L on our paper, but where do we need to write it?
To the right of the S.
To the right of the S. Very good. Okay. The third sound in the word slam is eh. Sorry. What is the third sound? Yes. And the letter that stands for the sound is what letter?
A.
A. Very good. And where are we going to put an A on our paper?
To the right of the L.
To the right of the L. Okay. And the last letter, or the last sound in the word slam is What is the last sound? And what letter stands for the sound
M.
Very good. And where are we going to put the letter M? Where is that?
To the right of the A.
Very good. So we are going to show each other our boards. If there were more people in our classroom, we would show everybody. Do all of our papers look the same? Yes. They do. Okay, we're going to read this word out loud together. Slam. Very good. Okay, we are going to practice just one more word. And we're going to do flap. What is the word?
Flap.
Very good. And now we're going to say each sound, and we're going to hold up our fingers again so that we can see how many sounds are in the word flap. Okay? L, a. How many fingers are we holding on?
4.
Yep. There are 4 sounds in the word flap. So the first sound in the word flap is F. What's the first sound? And what letter stands for the sound
F?
Very good. So we're going to write a letter F, and that goes over to the left of our paper, just like you have. Yep. So the second sound in the word flap is what's the second sound? And what letter stands for that sound?
L.
Very good. And where's that going to go on our paper?
To the right of the F.
Very good. And the third sound is ah. What is the third sound in the word flap?
Ah.
Yep. And what letter stands for that sound?
A.
Very good. And where is that going to go on our paper?
To the right of the L.
Very good. And our last sound in our word flap is P. What's the last sound? P. Very good. And what letter stands for that sound?
P.
Very good. And that will go next to the what?
A.
Very good. Okay, again, we're going to show our work. They look the same, so let's read this together. Flap. Flap.
Flap.
Very good.